The music sounded great from 1970 to 75, and I don't listen to my music very much, but I thought that sounded pretty good. That sounded all right, yeah.
Elton John is a living legend, a pianist, singer, and songwriter whose music has spanned decades, continents, and generations. But behind the glittering performances, iconic outfits, and timeless songs lies a tapestry of musical influences that shaped the artist we know today. At 78, Elton John has reflected openly on the musicians who inspired him.
Yeah, by himself. By himself. And we thought, okay, that's another rival gone.
Guided his style and ignited his passion for music. From piano virtuosos to soulful vocalists, these 7 artists played a role in forming his sound, his approach to melody, and even his stage persona. This is the story of Elton John's 7 favorite musicians, the giants whose work helped craft one of the most celebrated careers in modern music. 1. Leon Russell. Leon Russell was more than just a piano player. He was a visionary who blended gospel, blues, and rock in ways few had attempted before. Elton John has described him as his biggest influence as a piano player, singer, and songwriter. When Elton played his first U.S. shows at the Troubadour in 1970, Leon was there.
I don't remember.
All right.
I don't know.
There have been
Years.
too many
We
bangers.
released 13 albums in 5 years, Stephen. I don't really...
You and Bernie, 13.
A meeting that would leave a lasting impression on the young pianist. Russell's ability to infuse technical skill with raw emotion inspired Elton to find his own voice. Songs like A Song for You weren't just music. They were a masterclass in storytelling through piano. Elton absorbed Russell's fearless approach, learning that music could be bold, heartfelt, and adventurous all at once.
The songs from my band started playing their imitations of Russell Smith and J.W. Brown about the second song.
Years later, Elton and Leon reunited for the Union, proving that musical influence can evolve into collaboration. Leon's legacy lives on through Elton's style, the emotional depth, the technical mastery, and the sense that music is, above all, a heartfelt expression of the soul. 2. Little Richard. Little Richard was the fire that ignited young Elton John's imagination. His pounding piano, explosive vocals, and flamboyant performances were a revelation to a teenager in post-war Britain, showing that music could be thrilling, rebellious, and utterly alive. Elton has described how listening to Richard's records made him feel electricity in his fingers, a desire to mimic the energy and passion he heard in each note. Beyond technique, Little Richard taught Elton the importance of stage presence, how a performer could command a room with personality, confidence, and sheer joy. Elton absorbed the lessons of rhythm, timing, and boldness, later translating them into his own early rock hits. Songs like Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting carry echoes of Richard's explosive style, piano-driven, fast-paced, and fearless. But more than that, Little Richard gave Elton the courage to be himself, flamboyant, expressive, and unapologetically musical. Without the chaotic, joyful spirit of Little Richard, Elton's early stage persona and his piano rock approach might never have developed. In essence, Little Richard was not just an influence, he was a spark, lighting the path for a young musician who would go on to electrify stadiums around the world. 3. Jerry Lee Lewis. Jerry Lee Lewis, known as The Killer, was another monumental figure in Elton John's formative years. Lewis's piano style was aggressive, rapid, and full of raw energy, a style that broke traditional boundaries and redefined what rock and roll piano could be. Elton was captivated by the intensity and showmanship Lewis brought to each performance, particularly his ability to combine virtuosity with sheer entertainment. Lewis taught Elton that the piano could be both an instrument of precision and a weapon of emotion. that a performer could astonish audiences with speed, power, and unpredictability. Watching Lewis, Elton learned the art of improvisation, how to feed off the energy of the audience, how to let music become spontaneous, and how to channel emotion into every keystroke. These lessons were pivotal, shaping Elton's approach to live shows and his own technical mastery. Lewis's influence is audible in Elton's piano-driven rock songs, where rapid-fire runs, dynamic shifts, and playful aggression energize every track. More than just style, Lewis instilled in Elton the belief that music should be alive, visceral, and unforgettable. 4. The band. The band offered something different, a grounded, rootsy approach to music, blending rock, folk, and Americana. Elton John credits the band with shaping his understanding of song structure, harmony, and emotional storytelling. Their records taught him how music could evoke place, memory, and feeling. Elton learned the importance of subtle instrumentation, dynamic arrangements, and letting each instrument speak. This influence is evident in his more reflective and melodic works, where piano and voice interact with care, and emotion is allowed to breathe naturally. The band's collaborative spirit also inspired Elton's approach to working with other musicians. He saw the value in listening, adapting, and letting the music guide the performance. Lessons that would stay with him throughout his decades-long career. 5. The Beatles. No artist could escape the revolutionary wave of the Beatles, and Elton John was no exception. From their innovative songwriting to their genre-blending experiments, the Beatles demonstrated that pop music could be adventurous, imaginative, and emotionally resonant all at once. Elton has cited their melodic ingenuity and daring arrangements as a major influence on his approach to songcraft. He studied their chord progressions, vocal harmonies, and production techniques, learning how a song could evolve into something rich, layered, and timeless. Beyond music theory, the Beatles showed Elton the power of creativity and collaboration, inspiring him to push boundaries alongside his lyricist, Bernie Taupin. Listening to their records, Elton grasped the importance of storytelling in music, how lyrics, melody, and arrangement could unite to convey profound emotion. The Beatles also demonstrated that music could be both innovative and accessible, a balance Elton strived for throughout his career. Their influence resonates in his expansive catalog, from heartfelt ballads to energetic rock anthems, proving that their creative spirit helped shape one of the most enduring voices in modern music. 6. Ray Charles, the genius behind soul and gospel-infused R&B, left an indelible mark on Elton John. Charles's mastery of piano, voice, and emotional storytelling revealed the depths of musical expression. Elton admired Charles's ability to blend genres, blues, jazz, gospel, and pop, and turn them into a unique voice. The emotional honesty in Ray's performances taught Elton that music is not just about technique, it's about conveying the human experience. Songs like Georgia on My Mind and Hit the Road Jack became lessons for Elton in phrasing, dynamics, and emotional resonance. Ray Charles inspired him to push boundaries, connect deeply with audiences, and bring soul into every performance. 7. Aretha Franklin. Aretha Franklin, the Queen of Soul, influenced Elton John with her extraordinary voice and unmatched emotional power. Her phrasing, power, and ability to inhabit a song completely left an impression on him. Elton learned from Aretha the importance of emotion, timing, and authenticity. Observing her performances, he understood that a truly great artist connects with the audience not through technique alone, but through feeling every note. Her music inspired Elton to bring soul into his own vocals and piano playing. Songs that require deep feeling, like "sorry seems to be the hardest word," reflect lessons he learned from watching her blend technique with pure heart. Aretha's influence shaped his sensitivity to melody, harmony, and the emotive power of performance. Elton John's music is a tapestry woven from the giants who came before him. Leon Russell, Little Richard, Jerry Lee Lewis, the band, the Beatles, Ray Charles, and Aretha Franklin each left their mark, shaping a sound that is unmistakably his own. These 7 musicians not only inspired his artistry, they became the pillars of a career that has touched generations. From piano mastery to soulful vocals, from rock showmanship to emotional storytelling, Elton's influences are embedded in every note. If you enjoyed exploring the inspirations behind Elton John's genius, like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more stories behind the music that shaped history.